Hey sports fans, Louie Diamond coming back at you from sunshiny Las Vegas, Nevada with continuing coverage of the 2013 NFL season previews from freepicksandodds.com. And today we're talking about the AFC West. And once again, we're going to start at the bottom, work our way right up to the top. And has there been a better team to bet against over the past 15 years than that of the Oakland Raiders? This team has just made one bumbling move after another, year after year, and this year looks to be no different. Carson Palmer and Matt Flynn will be driving the bus, and Carson Palmer, I think, is on his way to fade into oblivion, while Matt Flynn, the only thing he's done in the NFL was torch a third-team Detroit Lions secondary. McFadden only averaged 3.3 yards last season, and Oakland was 28th in rushing while giving up 28 points per game. And they've really made no upgrades on defense. The Raiders, or as I like to call them, the Faders, 1-15 straight up, 5-11 against the number. The San Diego Chargers. Now here's a team that couldn't protect their passer in 2012 as Phillip Rivers was sacked 49 times. Good news for Rivers that his new head coach McCoy was an offensive coordinator, and he can appreciate the need of some protection. The question is does he have the talent? If the plan stays with having King Dunlop on the blind side at left tackle, that spells for another disastrous season for Mr. Rivers. Manti Te'o, I think, is going to be a bust, just like the Alabama Crimson Tide proved in the national championship game. Now, the Chargers, they were 7-9 last year, but don't be fooled. 4 of those wins were by the Chiefs, over the Chiefs and the Raiders. And now this year they have a tough stretch where they play 5 of 7 on the road, and it's going to look to be a long season. They may grab a sweep from the Raiders, but not much more. The Chargers, 4-12 against the number this year. And 5-11 straight up. The Kansas City Chiefs, let's take a look at the new Kansas City lineup. And Coach Andy Reid, he may have had his struggles the last few years up in Philadelphia, but there's a real good chance that a fresh start is just what the doctor ordered for this man. Alex Smith fits right into Reid's West Coast offensive style. Jamal Charles, no doubt, considered one of the best at one time in the game and could very easily be the best running back on any given season. Peyton Hillis can be just as dominating if he's healthy and he complements Charles and his West Coast offense. Dwayne Bowe Wide, plenty of depth at tight end. #1 overall pick with offensive tackle, Eric Fisher. So the offensive nucleus is there with this Chiefs team, but the big question is, can they stop the run? 27th in the league last year, and there hasn't been much focus on fixing that. If they do, there's a chance they might give Denver a little something to sweat. Chiefs, 11-5 straight up this year, 12-4 against the number. Now Denver, of course, the hype is for them to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl this season with this Peyton Manning-led team. And how can it not be? Think about it. They play the weakest schedule in the NFL this year. The average win percentage of the teams that they play at home, 35%. Now that's 35% of all their games, not how they do on the road, especially up at Mile High. Now look at these home games. Oakland, Philly, Jacksonville, San Diego, Tennessee. Where won't they be laying 2 touchdowns or more? The NFL has put the Super Bowl, the road to the Super Bowl, on a silver platter for Peyton Manning this year. I think it's going to backfire on them somewhere. Just not sure where yet. The injury bug hit him hard the first few days of training camp. Maybe there, or maybe it's going to be another drop pass by Wes Welker across the middle in a critical moment. Either way, there's no doubt in my mind that the Broncos are going to be laying 14 points or more at least 5 times this season, and they're going to have home field throughout the playoffs. Compliments of the league that doesn't want you to gamble on them. Denver, 14-2 straight up this year, 9-7 against the number, so you've got to pick your spots with them. But look for them on the over. Another team that I think is going to be well in the over pace, 11-5 to the over this season. Don't forget, if you're looking for some solid plays this season, just text the word free winner to 90210. I'm going to get you started with that first winner absolutely free. This is Louie Diamond. You're watching freepicksandodds.com.